Sports Network.
And it looks like the Arabians are going to win the tip. Ball goes to Whitney Werble, who kicks it all the way up to freshman Olivia Jones. And just 6 seconds into the season, they get their first points.
Back to Mamie Trout. Finds Hupfer in the post as Ada Hupfer can't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound. Puts up another shot, and it's good for Ada.
Bullseye.
This is Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network on 91.7 WEEM.
91.7 WEEM. Welcome to tonight's pregame show. I'm Ryan Davison. Joining me here is Coach Rogers. How's it going, Coach?
Thanks for having me. It's going good.
So first question here. What is the game plan versus Heritage Christian tonight?
You know, there's quite a bit of mystery with them. This is their first game this year. Quite a bit of turnover in the roster. So, you know, we know a little bit about personnel. We think we know what they're going to do offensive and defensively. But, you know, with the first-time head coach anywhere, and this being their first game ever, you know, that kind of leaves room for some curveballs. So we prepared for quite a few different things, and, you know, we'll kind of see how it unfolds as we're out there. So
Casey Warfel with 29 points, but all around, I think if I'm correct, 8 or 9 people scored. So are we going to see a lot more ball movement like we did against Newcastle? Yeah, tonight?
You know, that was one of the big things that we talked about after that loss to Westfield. You know, extremely great half against Westfield, but then, you know, the wheels kind of came off in the second half. Much better at kind of, you know, spreading the ball around against Newcastle. And I think the more that we can continue to do that is just going to be, you know, it's going to help us exponentially. So yes, you know, quite a few of those girls, we had to kind of have some talks too and tell them like, look, you know, you can shoot it, you can play. So it was kind of good to kind of see them come out of their shell against Newcastle. And we just got to keep moving forward with that for sure.
So one of the big players for Heritage Christian is Maya Davis. Last season, she had 19 points per game. So how do you plan to stop her tonight? Yeah,
you know, she really hurt us really bad in transition last year. So that's one of the things that we're going to, you know, make it a point to make sure that we're getting back, showing up in the lane, kind of forcing them to make plays on the perimeter. So, you know, that's one of the keys to focus in on her. But they also, you know, they've got a lot of people that can shoot it on the perimeter. So we just have to have, you know, a good defensive effort, be in our gaps and help side. And, you know, when we get broken down off the dribble, we got to be able to recover the shooters.
So having 3 games this week, does it change any of your practicing ways?
Yeah, I mean, 100%, you know, having 3 games 1 week and not having them spaced out. You know, we obviously have some space here through the middle of the week, but then we're Friday, Saturday. So we'll probably have to do some double duty this week on doing some Greenfield Central and Pike stuff. And then, you know, obviously Greenfield's going to be the biggest thing that we're worried about with them being a conference opponent. But, you know, we'll also be able to bring the girls in after that game on Friday, on Saturday morning before we play Pike. So definitely gonna be a week where our girls have to have their heads on straight and focus on the task at hand. But, you know, this is what we've been building towards. And I think our girls are going to do a good job with that.
So one last question here. Yep. What is the point of emphasis for this game tonight?
You know, just to keep continuing to work hard on the defensive end. You know, I feel like we've really taken a big step on that this year. So that'll be the focus. And, you know, I look for our girls to keep continuing to have kind of that mental toughness and poise on that end. And, you know, continuing to share the ball on the offensive end.
So that'll do it for this pregame show. This is the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Hey, are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I can't listen to 91.7 WEEM because I'm not in my car.
Well, don't you fear. Our app is here.
Tired of not being able to listen to Pendleton's best radio station, 91.7 WEEM, anywhere and everywhere? Try out our app. With the 91.7 WEEM app, you get the best hits. Our station now goes where our listeners go. Find 91.7 WEEM in app stores today. Available for Apple and Android.
Thank you so much for telling me about the 91.7 WEEM app, found in Apple and Android app stores.
.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student-run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEM, on air, online, and on demand.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
I'm Emily Pulley, and I'm a part of the sports staff. My main thing in the sports staff is I work on rosters.
We welcome you here to the Arabian Sports Network halftime show.
My name is Jackson Todd. I'm just a member of the sports staff. Our main goal is honestly just to, let everybody know Arabian Sports.
Hi, I'm Ryan Davis, and I'm the co-assistant director of the sports staff. My favorite part about doing the sports staff is doing the games with Dawson.
Hey, I'm Dawson Perrell. I'm the director of the sports staff here at 91.7 WEEM. Regular day here at the sports staff, part of the sports department. I'd say it's pretty different every day. Of course, for the football season during the fall, we pretty much prepare for the week up until Friday, of course, the game, and that Saturday morning we have the coaches show.
I'm Braden Falk. I'm in the sports staff. I like to think my biggest contribution is helping on the coaches shows or announcing games.
For the winter time, we're much more busy with basketball season. Of course, we do both boys and girls basketball, so we usually got about 3 games a week, so we're usually busy with that. We do interviews for each of those games, halftime interviews as well as pregame interviews. And then for the springtime, it's baseball and softball. We only do home games, so it's not as busy as basketball season.
Welcome to the Arabian Roundup with your host, Kennedy Quinn and Bella Myers. The Arabian Roundup is here every Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 a.m. The show rounds up your morning thoughts as they discuss the craziest of topics. From dad jokes to the latest Taylor Swift songs, the Arabian Roundup is here to perk up your mornings here on 91.7 WEEM.
Looking for something to listen to on your way home? Join Sam Duffer, Layla Reef, and Gracie Wolf every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m., where we make sure that all your afternoons are news-filled and fun. Get a recap of the day and a good laugh. Tune in to the Arabian Stampede here on 91.7 WEEM.
Is necessarily going to be all right. They could deal with Ada Hupfer. So if Hupfer can, play it smart, play it like, I guess, not a freshman. Of course she is, but you gotta, be experienced. Which she's only played 3 games, so I think there might be a couple errors here or there. But say that she can hit her shots and she can contain herself on the fouls and on the a bit too physical plays on both ends of the floor, then I think Ada Hupfer could have a huge night. So far this year, 12.7 points a game, 8 rebounds a game for Ada Hupfer, having a great season. She's coming off of a 13-point performance against Newcastle where she had 5 steals, one of her best nights so far. And, I've been mentioning in our past broadcasts, there's been growing pains for Ada Hupfer, but she is definitely already in these first 3 games forming into a very, very elite threat that is tough to stop on both ends of the floor.
for.
Yeah, being a freshman averaging 13 points, then again, it is through your first 3 games, but obviously she is starting, so she's comfortable, she's playing her role well, and obviously Coach thinks that she belongs there. So, yeah, good thing to look forward to, Ada Hupfer.
Yeah, one last thing to mention here I want to point out. Michaela Morrison, last game against Newcastle, 14 points, 6 for 9 from the floor. She's averaging only 6.7 points per game. Of course, that is after her 14-point performance. And as I was mentioning earlier, Coach Rogers has been talking about how he wants to, facilitate the ball a bit more, get other players more shots. And Michaela Morrison, I think, definitely reflected that. She hasn't really had a huge night when it comes to the box score. And, of course, Newcastle being, third in scoring, or second in scoring, for the Arabians. I think they did just that, moving the ball around. And if they can do that here this evening, I think we're going to have a good matchup, but I think it could definitely, Arabians could be coming away with their 3rd win of the season. But with that being said, we are going to take a short break for the national anthem. And when we return, tip-off, so don't you guys go anywhere. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network pregame show, 91.7 WEEM.
91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Buck Court at Pendleton Heights High School here on the Arabian Sports Network pregame show, 91.7 WEEM. But as they announced the starting lineups for both teams here this evening, we got just about a minute or two before tip. And, we've already discussed these two teams, of course, for Heritage Christian, first game of the season for the Arabians. It's their 4th. I want to take a look, though, at the Hoosier Heritage as well as the sectional standings. Currently, Pendleton Heights on top of the conference standings. There's only been actually one conference game among the Hoosier Heritage, that being Pendleton Heights versus Newcastle. Of course, as we were mentioning earlier, Pendleton Heights winning that one, going to 1-0 in this conference, starting on a good note. And then for Newcastle, losing the first one, starting on not the best note. So that'll put the Arabians at the top of the conference. At the early of the season, of course, they won the Hoosier Heritage last year. Pendleton Heights, of course, will be looking to go back-to-back. And then for Heritage Christian, they are in the Circle City Conference. They're still yet to play a game, of course, a conference game as well, period. So they're kind of sitting in the middle of the road for both sectional and conference. But Heritage Christian last year finished about 2nd or 3rd in that Circle City. So they'll be hoping to, finish around that same range. Of course, you're hoping to get to the first mark. And then as they announce the lineups for the Pendleton Heights Lady Arabians. Just taking a look forward on the schedule here. Their upcoming matchups, their next game will be this Friday against Greenfield Central here at home. That'll be their first home conference game of the season, facing off against the Lady Cougars. 7:30 tip, pregame show starting 7:15. Then you've got a game that very next day on Saturday, once again at home against the Pike Lady Red Devils. That will be 7:30 as well, with the pregame show once again starting 7:15. And Greenfield Central currently 3-1 on the year. Pike undefeated 2-0. So those are two very good teams, back-to-back matchups. That's going to be tough for the Arabians. So I think you look at that game, you look at this game here this evening, you can maybe look at it as another tune-up game. Get your players right, get your mindset right to look forward to those tough back-to-back doubleheader against Greenfield Central, then follow that up with Pike.
Yeah, Dawson, as you were saying, I think this is a great way to open up a pretty decent hard schedule for the Arabians. Tonight will be their test, at least the first one.
Yeah, but at center court for the tip for the Arabians, of course, that'll be the 6'3 freshman Ada Hupfer, and for the Heritage Christian Eagles, it'll be the sophomore Trinity Taylor. Heritage Christian will win the tip as it falls into the hands of Casey Frost. Frost will give it off to Maya Davis. Davis, top of the key, now right wing into the hands of Ritz. Back to Frost. Frost guarded by Ada Hub. Ball poked out by Emma Roberts, but recovered back by Frost. A 3-ball here early by Jocelyn Marshall. The junior is off the mark, rebounded by the Arabians.
Emma Roberts on the hustle early in this game. We did see that tip ball and the hustle for the rebound.
Warfel, top of the key, guarded closely by Marshall. Tries to dish it off to Michaela Morrison, fighting for it. Michaela gets a hand in there, and it's going to be a jump. A ball nearly was a turnover, but a nice effort there by Michaela Morrison. Again, getting their hands in the cookie jar and forcing the jump ball.
Yeah, Casey Warfel spun it to defenders, had to pass it off, and it was tipped. But then again, Arabian's ball.
Roberts, baseline inbounded, lobs it high to Warfel. Warfel tries the jump shot, or at least the fake, but loses it when she goes up. Turnover by Casey Warfel is picked up by Marshall. Now on the other end, it's Davis with the long 10-foot floater. That's off the mark. Fight for the board will be picked up by Heritage Christian. Frost now with it, three-point range, drives in, left side, tries to put it up over Michaela Morrison. Won't go. Looks like we got a foul here against Heritage Christian on the rebound. That'll be Casey Frost called with the foul there. That'll be her first, and of course the first of the game.
Yeah, trying to get her own rebound there. She just smacked the hand away of an Arabian player trying to get the rebound.
Roberts crosses the timeline, bounce pass, Hupfer, left wing. Now to Olivia Jones at the right wing. Back to Emma Roberts, top of the key. Casey Warfel for the left wing three. Drains it. Warfel gets the scoring going with a 3-ball.
Yeah, first one to go for the Arabians. We saw the ball move around the outside of the perimeter, and Casey Warfel found her shot down for 3.
Marshall, right wing, finds Frost, top of the key. Now to Davis. Davis guarded by Jones. Trinity Taylor puts it up off of the backboard, but good defense by the freshman. That won't go. Now Casey Warfel on the other end will get it to go off the transition bucket.
Yeah, good defense there by Ada Cuthbert. She is 6'3", so that definitely helps her on the defensive side.
Maya Davis, left backcourt, pulls up for 3, air ball. Student section going to let her hear all about that. It will go out of bounds. Last touch by Davis, the shooter. So that'll be Pendleton Heights basketball here. Lady Arabians with the lead, 5-0. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to play in the first. Roberts drives, kicks it back out. Now Olivia Jones with it, right wing. She tries to dive, but it's poked away. Nope. We'll get a foul here. This looks like it'll be on the floor. This will be Maya Davis with the foul. It'll be her first and Heritage Christian's second.
Yeah, Olivia Jones tried to dribble down into the traffic on the left side, but just got caught in between.
Warfel, inbound, baseline. Warfel, left corner, high step, drive, no good, off of the rim and out, but an offensive rebound by Ada Hupfer, and a nice second chance. Opportunity is no good, but a foul called. Freshman Hupfer will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Ada Hupford using her size down below to get that offensive rebound. Now has a chance for extra points at the free throw line.
Yeah, and Ada Hupfer on the year, 92.3% from the line, highest on the team. And, Coach Rogers just mentioned in our coaches show that, Ada Hupfer can always be seen with the ball in her hands, and that her free throw percentage is definitely showing proof of that. Again, 92.3% as she drains both of the free throws. Arabians now with the lead 7-0. Marshall, right wing, off to Frost, now top of the key, guarded by Michaela Morrison. Good defense by Morrison, and it's poked out by Roberts. Roberts up to Jones, and Jones with a transition miss. Jones misses the wide open layup, rebounded by Maya Davis, and Davis tries to find Frost on the other end, but it's a bit overthrown out of bounds. Pendleton Knights gets the basketball, and after that, Olivia Jones miss. I think Coach Rogers got to be thinking you got to slow this tempo down, get control back.
Yeah, so far, Emma Roberts has been really hustling on the defensive end, especially on the help side, and she showed it there.
Hupfer working on the low block, puts it up, no good. You got to travel there, a lot of contact, but the ref says took a bit too many steps, so that'll be a turnover there against the freshman. Heritage Christian going to get the ball right back after the turnover of their own.
Yeah, I mean, to me, from up here, it just looked like a step through, but maybe she had a couple stutter steps in there in between.
Maya Davis tries to fit it in and find Marshall, but it's out of bounds as Marshall just couldn't haul it in. So another turnover off of a bad pass from Davis will result in Pendleton with a Pendleton Knights basketball. Olivia Jones with the open three. It's good. You can't leave her open. Olivia Jones from downtown.
Yeah, Olivia Jones only shooting 16% from the three-point line this season, but that one seemed too easy for her.
Got a foul here on Jones on the other end. Maya Davis tried to drive with the left hand, but ref saw a bit too much contact. Olivia Jones didn't really have the feet set. 10-0 our score. Pendleton Knights with the lead. 4 minutes, 23 seconds to play in the first. Maya Davis inbounding it here from her own baseline. Got a quick substitution for Heritage Christian. Curnet in. We got Maya Davis draining the three-point ball. First basket for Heritage Christian of the season.
Yeah, there we saw a slip screen by number 11, Trinity Taylor, to get the open three there for Maya Davis.
Olivia Jones to up for top of the key. Now to Michaela Morrison, far corner. Olivia Jones, left corner three is off the mark. Rebounded by Maya Davis, 8 feet out. Davis on the other end. Davis step back. Another air ball there, but a nice rebound there by Trinity Taylor. Saves it from going out of bounds. And looks like it might have a foul here against the Arabians.
Yeah, it looks like just too much hand contact there as she was trying to tip the ball back in.
Yeah, that was Michaela Morrison with the foul. That'll be her first and the Arabians' second of this first half. 10-3 our score. Maya Davis, the only Lady Eagle on the score sheet. Davis will get it off of the inbound. Gets a screen up the top of the key from Frost. Davis keeps it. Now finds Marshall. Marshall tries to dip it off to Kernet, but a turnover, and now Casey Warfel on the other end will get the layup to go. And we got a timeout here. Arabians, strong on defense, will give them a 12-3 lead here with 3 minutes, 17 left to play in the first. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of the Arabian Sports Network is underwritten by Citizens State Bank. Citizens
91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student-run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEM, on air, online, and on demand.
7 WEEM.
Welcome you back here to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. If you're just tuning in alongside Aiden Wilson, I'm Dawson Peril. 12-3 our score here in this women's basketball matchup here on this Monday evening. Pendleton Knights with the lead, 3 minutes, 17 left to play in the first. Heritage Christian so far, the story has been not too efficient on the offensive end, and on the other side of that, Pendleton Heights and their defense has been really tough. They're intercepting passes, they're contesting shots, and bottom line, they're making it tough for Heritage Christian to score.
Yeah, I think the main key on defense is Emma Roberts. We've seen her tip and steal some passes a lot early in this game.
Davis with another 3 ball. That is off the mark. Going to bounce off the right rim and will be rebounded by the Arabians. Now Emma Roberts crossing the timeline. Roberts, logo, drives in, right side, loses it, and that'll be a turnover. Roberts upset with herself there. That was Maya Davis, Aiden, who just kind of came in there and poked that ball away.
Early on in this game, we do see the Arabians in a man-to-man defense.
Another 3 ball here for Heritage Christian. It's Marshall who knocks it home. Marshall for 3. Heritage Christian now cuts down this Pendleton Knights lead to 6. Roberts dishes it off to Ada Hupfer, and Hupfer finds Casey Warfel on the inside. Warfel can't get the layup to go, gets her own miss, and puts it up for 2. A nice second effort by Warfel. She's now up to 9 points here with 2 minutes, 15 left to play in the first.
Yeah, good lead pass there by Ada Hupfer, catching her inside. Unfortunately, she did miss, but then got her own rebound to add the 2 points on the board.
So we got a timeout here once again. This one will be against the Arabians as Coach Rogers wants to take a second as Heritage Christian kind of coming back in this one. 14-8 our score, 2:03 left to play in the first. We will take yet another break. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of the Arabian Sports.
Looking for something to listen to on your way home? Join Sam Duffer, Layla Reef, and Gracie Wolf every Tuesday through Friday from 3 to 5 p.m., where we make sure that all your afternoons are news-filled and fun. Get a recap of the day and a good laugh. Tune in to the Arabian Stampede here on 91.7 WEEM.
On the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Pendleton Heights High School on the Arabian Sports Network. 14-8 our score. Pendleton Heights Lady Arabians with the lead over the Heritage Christian Lady Eagles. 1:44 left to play in the first. Got a jump shot here from Casey Warfel that's no good as Heritage Christian will take back over here on offense. Here's Trinity Taylor on the attempted drive. That'll get blocked away. Does get the ball right back, and now a fight for the ball on the ground will roll out of bounds off of the baseline, and that'll be last touched by Heritage Christian. So Pendleton Knights will get the ball right back after the Casey Warfel miss.
Yeah, Emma Roberts getting that block there. She's really hustling on defense so far. Hoping to see that continue out throughout the game.
Roberts with the bad pass, trying to find Olivia Jones, and Maya Davis with the steal. Davis will get tripped up by Olivia Jones on the transition, but foul called. That'll be against Olivia Jones. That'll be her second of the night and the Arabians' third foul of the first half. Got a quick substitution here for the Arabians. Skylar Baldwin coming in for Olivia Jones, as well as Frost and Ritz coming back in. Actually, it looks like Frost will stay. Oh no, Frost will be inbound, and that's it. Frost inbounds to Davis. Davis from the screen. Dishes it off to Marshall. Trinity Marshall guarded by Michaela Morrison, top of the key. Gives it right back off to Frost. Frost trying to work on Baldwin. Decides to kick it back out to Taylor, and Taylor for the jump shot from the top of the key is no good. Rebounded Heritage Christian. It's Marshall with the 3 ball, and that's no good as well. So Heritage Christian is 0 for 2 on that offensive drive, and Pendleton Heights will get the ball right back. Skylar Baldwin tries to find Casey Warfel on the pass. It's knocked out of bounds, but it'll be last touched by Heritage Christian. Pendleton Heights will keep possession here to our left.
Yeah, Skylar Baldwin on that last defensive play, too. She did slide and contest that jump shot for the miss. Got the rebound, went down the court, but just unfortunately bad pass out of bounds. Still Arabians' ball, though.
Roberts handed off to Warfel. Warfel right back to Roberts. Now to Morrison. Morrison, far corner, drives in, blocked, rebounded. Roberts from just inside the perimeter gets it to go. A nice shot from Roberts.
Yeah, good save there from Michaela Morrison. Got blocked on her shot, threw it back into Ever Roberts. Easy mid-range jump shot, and it goes.
16-8 our score now. Pendleton Heights with the lead. Taylor misses the jump shot, rebounded by Emma Roberts, and Michaela Morrison with the layup as the clock hits double zeros. That'll do it for our first quarter. Michaela Morrison ending first quarter off on a good note with 2 points. 18-8 our score now. We're going to take a quick break. Second quarter coming up next on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
Broadcasting from the WEEM studios, underwritten by Community Hospital Anderson, this is the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM Pendleton.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court here at Pendleton Heights High School. We get underway here at the second quarter. Pendleton Heights Lady Arabians with the lead over Heritage Christian, 18-8. Lady Eagles will start with possession here, open up the second quarter as we get a three ball here from Hazel. Ritz is good at the top of the key. Ritz cutting down this Pendleton Heights lead to now only 7. Baldwin trying to get the ball on the inside. It's swatted away by Marshall. That'll be last touch by Heritage Christian. Pendleton Heights will now be inbounding here from their own baseline. Casey Warfel tries to find Ada Hupfer, but that ball is stolen away. Heritage Christian forcing the Pendleton Heights turnover. Now Maya Davis with it. Davis off to Frost. Frost now finds Ritz. Right back to Davis. Davis to the inside, and Jocelyn Marshall will get it to go. Now under the basket, she's up to 5 points, and this Arabian leads down to 5 points as well.
Yeah, we saw Skylar Baldwin there on defense. Try to get in front of her to cut that pass off. Just unfortunately got swooped right behind for the easy layup on the other side.
Casey Warfel on the other end with the high step. Gets it to go for 2 points, but quickly, Heritage Christian wasting no time as Hazel Ritz hits the baseline jumper, and Coach Rogers will be forced to call a timeout as Lady Eagles coming to life here at the beginning of this second quarter, 20-15. Pendleton Heights with 5-point lead, 6 minutes, 49 left to play in the second. We'll take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of the Arabian Sports Network is...
Are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I can't listen to 91.7 WEEM because I'm not in my car.
Well, don't you fear. Our app is here.
Tired of not being able to listen to Pendleton's best radio station, 91.7 WEEM, anywhere and everywhere? Try out our app. With the 91.7 WEEM app, you get the best hits.
Our station now goes where our listeners go. Find 91.7 WEEM in app stores today. Available for Apple and Android.
Thank you so much for telling me about the 91.7 WEEM app, found in Apple and Android app stores.
Minutes, 37 left to play in the second. Pendleton Heights currently with possession as Casey Warfel tries to get it here off of the pass from Emma Roberts. It's nearly stolen away, but it's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by Jocelyn Marshall and the Heritage Christian Lady Eagles. Pendleton Heights will keep possession down here. Ada Hupfer gets it off of the inbound. Now to Michaela Morrison. Morrison gets the turnover as Maya Davis jumps in front of the pass, and Davis finishes on the other end with the left-handed layup.
Yeah, it looks like for the Arabians, we just see kind of forced passes, but then again, on the defensive side, Heritage Christian is being quite aggressive.
Davis with yet another steal, misses this shot. Arabians recovering, and Coach Richmond telling Baldwin to slow this thing down.
Yeah.
Baldwin to Warfel. Warfel with the jumper. Nothing but the net. Warfel good for two.
Yeah, easy two there. Almost got the ball deflected again, but then again just cut through to the mid-range, found her spot, and knocked the jump shot down.
Warfel up to 11 now. Marshall, right wing, guarded by Casey. Finds Lapsey in the corner. Lapsey bounce pass into Taylor. Taylor right back to Lapsey. Lapsey with the floater. Bounces around and finds its way in the bottom of the bucket. That's Lapsey's first basket of the game.
Yeah, Lapsey there. Saw the defense collapse, put the ball low, scooped it back up. Easy layup there for 2 points.
22-19 our score now. Kayla Morrison has it in the corner for the Arabians. Morrison to Warfel. Warfel for three. Off the front rim and no good. And Maya Davis will let this thing roll out of bounds. Heritage Christian with the ball. Olivia Jones will come in here for Pendleton Heights. She'll be taking out Skylar Baldwin. And for the Arabians, they've pretty much been playing their starters for the entirety of this one, outside of Skylar Baldwin, who came in there for Olivia Jones. Not seeing many substitutes for this Lady Arabian squad.
I mean, yeah, the defense is being aggressive for the players that they have in now. I think any adjustments that will be made will be maybe some, to give the starters some rest. But for now, I think they're all right.
Jocelyn Marshall with the turnover there as she fumbles the pass. Olivia Jones fakes the pass to Emma Roberts, but gets it stolen away yet again by Maya Davis. Casey Frost gives it off to Lapsey. Lapsey over to Marshall, and Marshall will miss the three. Rebounded Arabians.
Yeah, good hustle there by Emma Roberts, deflecting the ball from getting inside the paint, but then the shot went up.
Emma Roberts with it between the rings. Going to get a play call here from Rogers. Roberts off to Jones. Jones shot fake over to Hupfer. Hupfer nearly too far behind that pass. Does recover. Finds Emma Roberts on the right wing, and Roberts buries the three-pointer. Some life for the Arabians on offense. Now 25-19 our score.
Yeah, Emma Roberts playing very comfortable in the beginning of this game.
Arabians with the lead. 3:46 left to play in the second. Marshall with it in the corner, guarded by Warfel. Foul call here. This will be called against Casey Warfel for her first foul of the game.
Yeah, she was guarding the ball in the corner. Had her trapped, just got a little bit too handsy there. Ref called a reach in.
Maya Davis inbounds. Finds Kernut. Right back to Davis. Davis guarded by Jones. Drives. Nearly loses it, but a foul will be called here. This one against Olivia Jones, and you can see she's upset with herself. That'll be her third foul of the game, and Coach Rogers will be forced to send it back on Skylar Baldwin. Olivia Jones facing some foul trouble here early in this, or I guess midway through this second quarter.
Yeah, only in the second quarter. 3 fouls is definitely a lot to start off, but I think after halftime there obviously will be adjustments made, but the defense is looking pretty solid from the beginning now.
Corner 3 from Maya Davis is off the mark, and Baldwin, who tries to jump up and pull off the rebound off the glass, will knock it out of bounds. Last touch to Arabians. Heritage Christian with another chance after the missed 3. So we got a kicked ball here off the inbound there. Maya Davis tried to find Lapsy. But again, it was kicked, so get a redo on that one. Davis looking, finds Frost, and Frost in and out. Looks like we're going to have yet another out-of-bounds call here. This one, ref will say it was last touched by Trinity Taylor, the sophomore for Heritage Christian. Just like that, that'll be Pendletonites basketball. 3:13 left to play in the second, 25-19 our score. Pendletonites with the lead.
Yeah, Skylar Baldwin early on is getting pretty aggressive on the rebounds, just kind of pushing them too far, almost turning the ball over for her team.
Baldwin hands off to Warfel. Warfel into the corner. Morrison tries to fit it into Roberts. It's poked out of bounds by none other than Maya Davis. Last touch by Heritage Christian. Pendletonites will inbound here, far baseline, or far sideline, excuse me.
Yeah, low pass there from Casey Warfel to Michaela Morrison. Tried to kick it back out, but then again, it was deflected. Arabians ball.
Baldwin handoff to Roberts. Roberts now to Warfel. Warfel lobs it up high to Morrison, far corner. Morrison gives it off to Baldwin. Baldwin for the jumper. No good. Rattles around and out. Rebounded Heritage Christian. Now Marshall with it on the other end, top of the key. Finds Davis. Davis off to Frost. Frost working on Morrison. Finishes with the right hand. It is no good. Coach Stoltz wants a foul call. Won't get one, and will get a foul call, but that'll be against Coach Stoltz's very own Joselyn Marshall. So that'll be Marshall's first of the game, and that foul will be on the floor here. So Arabians will inbound it from their own backcourt. Roberts far sideline. Roberts will find Baldwin off of the inbound here. Baldwin now to Morrison. Morrison hands off to Roberts. Roberts right wing, lobs it up high to Ada Hupfer down low, and Hupfer going to get called with the travel. Looks like took a bit too many steps there on the catch, so
yeah.
Turnover on the Arabians. Heritage Christian going to get the ball right back.
Yeah, she caught the ball low in the paint there, moved her foot before she actually placed her dribble, so turnover for the Arabian side.
Davis attempts the drive on the left side. Can't get it to go with the left hand. Warfel on the other end. Jumper from 8 feet out. Nails it. Warfel shooting very well so far in this one.
Yeah, Casey Warfel there on that drive just got down the court, set her feet, and back to her mid-range jump shot. Seems to be her signature tonight.
Drive here by Maya Davis on the other end is no good and out of bounds on top of that. So Pendleton Heights will get the ball right back. Skylar Baldwin crossing the timeline. Baldwin bounce pass to Hupfer. Hupfer handing it off to Warfel. Warfel step back jumper. 2-pointers off the mark. Rebounded Heritage Christian, and foul here on Skylar Baldwin. That'll be her first, and yeah, that's exactly what Baldwin struggled with last season quite a bit. Those fouls on the loose balls, off of the rebounds, where she wants to make a play for the ball, which it can be smart at times, but exactly sometimes you want to just lay it off and admit that you couldn't come away with a point on that possession. Marshall with it, right wing, pump fake. Now to Frost. Frost drives, puts it up. No good. Blocking foul called once again on Baldwin. So Skylar Baldwin with back-to-back fouls and really just about 10 seconds, maybe 15 seconds. So
yeah,
that's exactly what Coach Rogers doesn't want. Of course, Olivia Jones in foul trouble. Last thing you want is her replacement, Skylar Baldwin, in foul trouble as well.
Yeah, well, that was a hard one to call there. I mean, we saw number 5, Casey Frost, just get through the paint, try to get herself a shot. And there was two there, that being Ada Hupford and Skylar Baldwin. So tough who to call it on, but unfortunately Skylar Baldwin picked up her second foul there.
Frost here for 2 free throws, misses the first, gets the second. That'll be her first point of the night. Roberts now on the other end. Walks it up for the Arabians. Bounce pass to Hupfer. Hupfer spins, puts it up. No good off the front rim. Would have been nice if it counted, but fortunately can't finish it off the move. On the other end, it's Marshall on the drive. Foul called. This one will be Emma Roberts with the foul, her first of the night. And with that, Jocelyn Marshall will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, back on the offensive side, though, we saw Ada Hupford spin through the paint there. I mean, she's only a freshman, and that looked like she's been practicing that through the offseason. So, good move there.
Marshall, good on the first. Substitution here, this will be Mamie Trout coming in here for the Arabians. She'll be taking off Michaela Morrison. Scratch this, sorry about that. That's Bree Perry coming in. Not Mamie Trout. Roberts. Bounce pass to Warfel. 30 seconds to play. Arabians with the lead, 27-22. Warfel gets it right back from Perry.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to just wait the clock down here. Holding the ball at the top.
Ada Hupfer, left wing. Now to Roberts, top of the key. 11 seconds to play. Hupfer gets it right back, hands it off to Warfel. Warfel for 3, off the mark, no good. But an offensive rebound, second chance points, no good as well. But Hupfer will get fouled on her second way up, and Heritage Christian fans not happy with the call. Nevertheless, Hupfer going to the line for 2.
I mean, yeah, it looked pretty self-explanatory to me. She got the offensive rebound, tried to go back up, and the defensive players were still swatting, trying to get that rebound, but 2 free throws here for Ada Hupford.
Hupfer's first one is good, and for the Arabians on the most recent substitution, I was mentioning Bray Perry coming in for Michaela Morrison. Perry, last game against Newcastle, played 12 minutes, had 3 points. Hupfer's second one is good as well. Going to give the Arabians a 29-22 lead. Last second shot by Marshall is off the mark and no good. And that'll do it for our first half score after 2. Pendleton Heights 29, Heritage Christian 22. We're going to take a short break. And when we come back, Jackson Todd was able to sit down with head wrestling coach here at Pendleton Heights High School, Coach Cloud, for our halftime interview. That'll be up next after this on the Arabian Sports Network halftime show, 91.7 WEEM.
91.7 WEEM delivers the best variety of songs, news, and is student-run. We produce imaging pieces, live broadcasts, content, podcasts, and more. Our students work hard every day to improve our station. You can support our station by following us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. Be sure to also tune into the radio, 91.7 WEEM, on air, online, and on demand.
This is 91.7 WEEM. Welcome to our halftime show. My name is Jackson Todd. Coach.
Oh, and I'm Dave Cloud, head wrestling coach at Pendleton Heights High School. I didn't know I was on a script.
All right, so for those who don't know, we're going to get to know you a little bit. So, Coach, how long have you been coaching for?
Total 43 years.
43 years. Oh my! And where'd you start coaching?
I started coaching at Madison Heights High School. A school, they were so enamored with the work I did there, they closed the school. So that was a school that merged in with Anderson as they eliminated schools over the years. When I was a student at Ball State, I was coaching at Madison Heights. And my first teaching and coaching job was at South Dearborn High School. And then here at Pendleton, this is my 39th year at Pendleton.
Very nice. Very nice. So going into the season a little bit, now that we got our starting lineup set, we had challenge matches last week. So is there anything different you would have liked to happen? Any weights get filled a little better?
Clearly at 144, I'd like to have been stronger, but No, that's your weight. No, I mean, we always want more numbers, and so we like to have had a little more competition at some of the weights. But and we have one wrestler that was only granted limited eligibility by the IHSA, which was unfortunate. We were hoping for full eligibility, but overall, we're very happy with our lineup. We think we have a very strong lineup.
For sure. So 5 days until competition. First meet at Hamilton Heights on Saturday.
6 kind today, but yep.
Oh, yes. Yes.
So it says on the board in the room 6 today.
So kind of what goes into the preparation for, for those who don't know, what goes into the preparation to, kind of get ready to wrestle?
We've been ramping up competition. Coach Todd will be talking a lot this week about mental, being resetting during a match. Something will go wrong at some point during the day when one of your matches. Something will go that you got caught by surprise, you got put on your back or taken down. You got to mentally reset. You got to take a deep breath and go on from there. You're not done if you're not done. So you got to keep wrestling.
Yeah, for sure. So what improvements, obviously, still early in the season, even the best guys, have things to work on. So as a team though, kind of what are you looking for, some of the biggest improvements?
Just early on, grit, fighting through tough situations. We'll see that early on with Noblesville and Hamilton Heights. We have 2 really good opponents our opening weekend. So we're going to have some guys that you're not going to walk out there and pin the guy in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough match. You're going to have to fight for 6 minutes and maybe longer if we go into overtime. And those are matches that are going to matter because you're setting up for sectional and matches down the road. Are you going to see North Montgomery? We'll see Noblesville again probably. So you're kind of setting a tone for the season, going in there with the idea that I'm ready to compete for 5 full matches.
For sure. And so looking forward into the season, obviously haven't even competed yet, but what are some of the matches that you're kind of looking forward to for us as a team?
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing Evansville. I haven't been to Evansville too many times. So the state finals are in Evansville this year. The Pacers are hosting the All-Star Game festivities, and that takes Gainbridge out for the week. And so we had to move our state finals to Evansville. So it's going to be a different vibe and a different feel going down there. But I'm just looking forward to getting back in, being competitive in the sectional. We haven't been in the last couple of years. We were 3rd last year. And I want to get back up there and fight for that title again. So I'm looking forward to having a team that's ready to go and fight for a title come January, February.
For sure. So I actually had someone ask me about this last week. Our regional got realigned.
It did.
So our regional has changed, and someone who I didn't even know asked me about it. So for those who don't know, and I said I don't know, what goes into a regional and things like that being changed? And
normally the IHSA seeks some input, but this is one where it doesn't seem like there was a lot of coaches' involvement in this. They moved both the Lawrence schools, Lawrence Central and Lawrence North, Mount Vernon, and seemed like there was one other team, but I think Brebeuf. They moved them to I think Brebeuf State actually, but they moved those schools to Southport area for that sectional, and a couple of the IPS schools, Crispus Attucks, Indianapolis, Washington, and private school, I believe Providence Cristo Rey are in. So it's Chittard, Cathedral, Arlington, Providence Cristo Rey. I believe Brebeuf did stay. So it is a big change. We were kind of surprised, to be honest, that those schools that were moved out, North Central was the other school that moved out, that those were all moved away. We don't know what it's going to do. I mean, I think it benefits us because I don't think there's going to be Mount Vernon was a good program, Lawrence Central, Lawrence North, and North Central always brought several good wrestlers. I think that some of the programs that replace them are a little bit lower down on the scale of quality and number of wrestlers. So I think it'll benefit us. I'm not sure what it's going to do to the crowd. We may need to order a fewer pops for the concession stand. When that's a big deal when you make some of your money for your program at the concession stand. So it will affect the audience size. I think we're probably going to see a smaller crowd, but it is probably a benefit to Pendleton Heights as far as getting more people onto the semi-state.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Thank you very much, Coach. This is 91.7 WEEM.
We interrupt this regularly scheduled programming to bring you this presentation of Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network.
And it looks like the Arabians are going to win the tip. Ball goes to Whitney Werble, who kicks it all the way up to freshman Olivia Jones. And just 6 seconds into the season, they get their first points.
Back to Mamie Trout. Finds Hupfer in the post as Ada Hupfer can't get it to fall. Gets her own rebound. Puts up another shot, and it's good for Ada.
Bullseye!
This is Pendleton Heights basketball on the Arabian Sports Network on 91.7 WEEM.
Hi, my name is Gracie Wolf, and I am the director of the programming department. What we do for the programming department is basically we make everything that you hear when you listen to the radio, except for the music and people going on air.
Hi, my name is Trace Freehill, and I'm a part of the programming department. This is definitely something that I would consider doing outside of high school. It's something that I look forward to every day, as well as I just have a lot of fun being here with all the people.
We create the jingles and legal IDs to help brand the station.
I'm Sam Duffer, and I'm a member of the programming staff, and I mainly just edit jingles and legal IDs.
My name is Caitlin Cowan. I am the co-assistant director of the programming department, and my favorite part about it is I love working with such an amazing staff, and I love being able to create such audio pieces that are like masterpieces and be able to show my creativity through it.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
WEEM is looking for advertisers for our video sports streaming. Be a part of the Arabian Sports Network's video broadcasting, bringing football as well as boys and girls basketball to the Pendleton community and beyond. Averaging over 100 views in the first year, WEEM's video streaming will only grow, and here's your chance to get in on the ground floor. For more information, contact Christian Ruggles and become a part of the Arabian Sports Network. 91.7 WEEM.
Offense, right? You saw a lot of sloppy passes, a lot of passes intercepted, and on top of that, when they were intercepted, Heritage Christian would just walk it down the other end and kind of lay it in. And if they didn't, there would be times, you can test them. You got to give Lady Arabians credit for that. They wouldn't give up on the play, but at the same time, sometimes you got to give up and say, all right, they're going to make it instead of, fouling, and then they have a chance at the end one. So, Lady Arabians, you're leading at halftime, so you can't complain too much, but there are many, many things to for the Arabians to correct, and I'm sure Coach Rogers wasn't the happiest man in those locker rooms, just based on how he's been reacting to this first half performance.
Pregame we did talk to Coach Rogers, and I said, it's early in the season. Obviously, there's still adjustments to make, but so far in this first half, what I did like was the defense. I saw Emma Roberts getting the hustling on the ball, and then we saw Ada Hupfer getting those rebounds like we expected her to. Standing at 6'3", I didn't see anybody too tall, or at least in her range, that was really keeping up with her. So I think a key to this second half would be Ada Hupfer and Emma Roberts, their hustle off the ball.
Yeah, we'll stay right here, though, as the players take the court for the second half. Pendleton Heights will start with possession as Olivia Jones is set to inbound it here, far sideline. On the floor, starting off the second half for the Arabians. It's going to be their starters, that being Casey Warfel, Emma Roberts, Michaela Morrison, Olivia Jones, and Ada Hupfer. Olivia Jones gets it left wing to the inside. Ada Hupfer tries to find Casey Warfel, but that one, they're not really on the same page there. It'll fly out of bounds, untouched, out of bounds. Last touched by Lady Arabians. Heritage Christian going to get the ball.
Yeah, it looks like Ada Hupfer just lost her there. Had her back to her, tried to pass it back, but she wasn't in the same spot that she thought she was. Turnover out of bounds.
Marshall to Frost, near corner. Frost in trouble, bounce pass over to Taylor. Taylor no good, gets her own miss, and Taylor when she goes up for the second chance points, will get fouled. It'll be Ada Hupfer on the foul there. That'll be her first of the night, and Trinity Taylor will go to the line for 2.
Yeah, she did jump a little bit there, but she did have her hands up, so I don't know, tough call for the ref, but can't do much after, the whistle's already blown.
Taylor, first one is good there. Last season, Taylor 50% from the free throw stripe. Didn't play that much, though. Only averaged 0.9 points a game. Shot 30% from the field, so I guess you could say she's one of the big players taking a step up for this Lady Eagle squad. Second one's good as well, so she's 2 for 2 on that trip. That's her first 2 points of the game. Roberts crosses the timeline for Pendleton Heights. Roberts gets it right back from Jones. Robert pump fake, drives, tries the baseline jumper, won't go, gets her own miss off the block. And Casey Warfel, who makes the jumper, is going to get fouled before the shot. Ref will say the foul's on the floor. This one is going to be called against Hazel Ritz. Arabians inbounding it here. Warfel, step back, no good. Rebounded Marshall. We got a foul here on Ada Hupfer, who fought Marshall there for the rebound. So Heritage Christian will inbound here from their baseline.
Yeah, playing aggressive here still in the second half, but Dawson, something that you mentioned they need to improve on is just giving the ball up. When the possession's over, I'd rather, personally, my team just get back on defense rather than fouling, trying to get it back.
Marshall for 3, no good. Rebounded Arabians. Roberts tries to find Warfel quickly, but it's stolen away by Marshall, intercepts the pass. And Marshall on the other end will lay it home for 2. Now up to 8 points on the night.
Yeah, for the Arabians, the turnovers have definitely been a story to tell here so far. There's not too many mistakes, but still these just lazy passes are kind of, pushing them back, down the center, I guess you could say.
Casey Warfel with her signature high step move gets it to go off of the backboard. So that's good for 2. Now on the other end, it's Maya Davis. Misses off of her left hand, and we're going to get a foul call here off of the rebound. It's Ada Hupfer and Trinity Taylor who got wrapped up, and looks like the refs will call a foul here on Trinity Taylor. So Pendleton Heights will inbound here as Emma Roberts walks it up the floor.
Yeah, another hustle for the ball. Back on the other end of the court, but good hustle there by Ada Hupfer. Got the ball back for her team.
Warfel loses it off of the screen from Michaela Morrison. It's picked up by the Lady Eagles. Casey Warfel upset with herself on that one. Davis with the floater, no good. Rebounded Warfel. She wants to push it here. Fast break. Fades away on the jump shot, but misses. Rebounded. Looks like there's going to be a foul here on the rebound. It's Emma Roberts who's counted for the foul, and she definitely does not agree with the call, but can't fight with that. That'll be her second personal foul of the night.
Yeah, back on the other side, it looks like after the rebound, she just tried to strip the ball from the opposing player. After the whistle, I guess you could call that a foul.
31-26 our score. Pendleton Heights with the lead. 5:23 left to play in the fourth. Trinity Taylor with it. Guarded by Ada Hupfer, top of the key. Finds Marshall. Marshall attempts the step back three-pointer, but it's blocked by Casey Warfel out of bounds. Last touch by the Lady Arabians. It'll stay here to our left.
Yeah, good hands there on that possession from the Lady Arabians in general. We saw Ada Hupfer tip the pass, and then Casey Warfel with the block in the corner.
Ritz has it left wing to the inside. Taylor backs it out. That's a travel right there. Lapsey hesitated on the pass, took too many steps. Turnover there on the Lady Eagles as Emma Roberts once again will walk it up the backcourt. Jones, right back to Roberts, now to Warfel. Warfel cross-court pass. Jones drives baseline, tries to find Warfel, gets it there. And Warfel will miss the jumper. Offensive rebound by Michaela Morrison. Morrison now to Warfel on the inside, and Emma Roberts with the nice dish to Casey Warfel, and Warfel finishes for 2.
Good pass there inside by Emma Roberts. She got the ball at the top of the key. Saw the back cut there from Casey Warfel. Pass it to her in the finish with 2 for the layup.
Frost blocked by Ada Hupfer. You're not doing that over a 6'3 player.
Nope.
Pendletonites getting the ball right back and the lead, 33-26, 4 minutes to play in the third. Jones, left front court. To the inside, Ada Hupfer, now to Morrison, corner 3, no good. 5 for the board, Doe 4. Looks like it's out of bounds. Last touch, Emma Roberts. Maya Davis going to be coming in here. Coming off the bench there for Heritage Christian as Lady Eagles going to get the ball.
Yeah, down below in the post for that last possession. I did see that Ada Hupfer is getting doubled down there in the post. I mean, being 6'3", obviously you're going to need some extra help on defense, but that will set up more open shots for the Arabians.
Marshall stripped away by Casey Warfel, and Warfel with the spin move on the other end. It's no good. And Marshall wide open underneath the basket. That's good. Marshall now up to 10. Warfel off to Morrison. Morrison right back to Warfel. Warfel baseline drive. Good on the nice move in midair. Davis, top of the key, tries to find Trinity Taylor, but it goes right into the hands of Ada Hupfer, and Casey Warfel on the other end finishes with very little contest, and Coach Stoltz here will be forced to call a timeout. 37-28, Lady Arabians going on a run here. 3 minutes to play in the third. We're going to take a quick break with them. You're listening to the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
This presentation of the Arabian Sports Network is under...
Are you okay?
No.
What's wrong?
I can't listen to 91.7 WEEM because I'm not in my car.
Well, don't you fear. Our app is here.
Tired of not being able to listen to Pendleton's best radio station, 91.7 WEEM, anywhere and everywhere? Try out our app. With the 91.7 WEEM app, you get the best hits. Our station now goes where our listeners go. Find 91.7 WEEM in app stores today. Available for Apple and Android.
Thank you so much for telling me about the 91.7 WEEM app, found in Apple and Android app stores.
Back to Lady Arabian basketball on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
We welcome you back here to Joe Buck Court on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM. 37-28 our score. 2 minutes 42 left to play in the third. Casey Warfel with the block on the outside perimeter and the layup on the other end. A nice highlight play from Casey Warfel will put up the Arabians now by 11 points.
Yeah, Casey Warfel just making it look easy on both sides.
Maya Davis on the other end will get it to go with the underhand layup. Considering she averaged 19.2 points a game last year, Arabians have doing a pretty good job containing her. She only has 7 here with 2 minutes to play in the third. Bounce pass. Emma Roberts finds Olivia Jones. Jones can't get the layup to fall. Now Marshall on the other end. Count the basket and the foul. Marshall with a nice play. Emma Roberts comes in. We'll get called for the foul there, so Marshall get it go for one. Potential and one here. Coach Rogers showing off his frustration. Not happy with that call there, so. And that was a big one, of course, as I was mentioning. Pendletonites have really been walking away with this game, and Heritage Christian with that momentum flipper there. And Marshall will sink home the free throw. 39-33 our score now. Pendletonites with the lead. 1:50 to play in the third.
Yeah, Coach Rogers complaining about the calls on the other side. And there we go. The Arabians just got one themselves.
Yeah, looks like the refs listened. That was Casey Warfel on the drive. Got fouled on the shot. That was Kernot with the foul. That was her first of the game. Warfel going to go to the line so far this year. 80% from the charity stripe. First one's off the back iron, no good. Rare miss from Casey.
So far, though, she's definitely picked up her personal tempo here in the second half, adding on just a lot of points in these last almost 5 minutes.
Starting sophomore Ritz will come in for Kernot. Warfel gets the second one to fall. She's 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. Going to bring up the Arabian lead now to 7 points. Davis finds Marshall on the inside, and Marshall tries the spin around. It looks like
blocking.
Yeah, I got a blocking foul here against Casey Warfel. Tried to take the charge. Didn't get the call she was wanting there, so Marshall will go to the line for a pair.
Yeah, almost got the over the back foul there. As the pass was thrown into the inside, she tried to tip it out of the player's hands. That one there does not go.
Marshall misses her first. Around and out. Her second is no good as well. Both of those very close, but can't get them to fall. Rebounded Arabians. Warfel nearly gets it stolen away, but recovers.
Yes.
Skylar Baldwin now between the rings. Tries to find Hupfer. It's stolen away by Davis, and Davis with the gimme layup on the other end.
Casey Warfel tried to slow the offense down there as she brought the ball up, but then again, just another untimely pass there led to the turnover and 2 points for Heritage Christian on the other side.
Jones gets the screen from Morrison. Now to Hupfer. Fires over to Baldwin. Baldwin. Morrison in trouble with it, and looks like that foul will be called there against the Marshall. Bit too much contact on the defense. Foul will be on the floor here, so Olivia Jones will be inbounding far sideline. Nope, Casey Warfel taking her spot again on the far sideline. Baldwin, bounce pass to Warfel. Drives, puts it up, gets it to fall. A beautiful shot from Warfel as she continues to rack up the points.
Yeah, she cut in. Didn't like the look that she got. Pulled it back out for the mid-range, and it sank.
Frost is no good on the other end. Rebound. That'll be Skylar Baldwin who gets the first touch. Olivia Jones pulls it in, but before that, looks like we've got a foul here against Trinity Taylor. Ada Hupfer had a hand on the ball. Taylor tried to rip it out. Ref called her with a foul. 30 seconds to play in the third. 42-35. Pendletonites with the lead. Baldwin crossing the timeline. Off to Warfel. Warfel now to Olivia Jones. Jones guarded closely by Maya Davis. Davis tries to hand it off to Baldwin, but it's stolen away yet again by Maya Davis. But Casey Warfel on the other end with a nice hustle play. Gonna smack that ball out of the hands of Hazel Ritz.
Yeah, that's 3 blocks for her tonight.
Yeah, she could have got the ball right back, but it was out of bounds when she touched it. Baldwin will get the steal, though. Last second throw, no good. That'll do it for the third quarter. Very physical one at that. 42-35. Pendletonites with the lead. We'll take a quick break. Don't you guys go anywhere. Fourth quarter coming up next on the Arabian Sports Network, 91.7 WEEM.
Some see a student athlete working on a shot. We see a powerful lesson in persistence. Some see a student preparing for success on an exam. We see a student athlete preparing for success in life. Some see a student athlete working hard in the weight room. We see a future leader learning there are no shortcuts to success. Some see a start to a swim meet. We see the starting blocks for life. Proud to keep education in front of athletics since 1903.
He had another 30-point game, had many last year.
Yeah, there in just that third quarter alone, she did add on 15 to her 13 total in the first half. Good tempo there from Casey Warfel and the Arabians themselves.
Players taking the court here. Heritage Christian will start with possession. Frost inbounding to Davis. Maya Davis so far in the night, 9 points. Stolen away on the pass. Casey Warfel picks it off and finishes home with the right-handed layup on the other end. That was Maya Davis with the turnover.
There's 34 tonight. Sure, just another game for her, but good game in the box score.
Davis drives. Attempted floater is off the mark. Rebounded Emma Roberts. Roberts in trouble. Will turn it over, and on the attempt to get the ball right back from Trinity Taylor, she will foul. So Emma Roberts with the foul there. That'll be her 4th foul of the night. She's got to watch herself now. That'll be the Arabians' first of the quarter.
Yeah, Emma Roberts tried to dribble there through the traffic, but too many defenders for the Heritage Christian side. Turnover, Emma Roberts now.
Jocelyn Marshall gets it off of the inbound, tries to fire over to Kernut, but a bad pass, out of bounds. Goes into the Arabians' fans. Yet another turnover there on Heritage Christian. Emma Roberts over to Olivia Jones. Jones with it, left wing, screen from Ada Hupfer. Jones keeps it, guarded closely by Marshall. Hands it off to Hupfer, now to Morrison. In the corner, Warfel. Warfel's step-back jumper. She's fouled. Shot's no good, but she'll go to the line for a pair. Casey Warfel, a chance to add on to her points with these 2 free throws.
Yeah, Casey Warfel did hit the step-back, got into her spot in that mid-range, but unfortunately was fouled. Shot did not go down, but 2 free throws here.
First one is no good for Casey. Kind of been struggling from the free throw stripe, especially here in the second half. Missed one in the third quarter and misses this one here. And normally, I mean, so far this year, 80% from the line. Since a freshman, her sophomore year as well, she's been very consistent. She does get the second to fall.
2 for 4 now on the game. 50%.
45-35 our score. Pendletonites with the lead. 7 minutes to play in the fourth. Marshall off to Frost. Frost drives, puts up the wild shot. That is no good. No foul called. A lot of contact. It'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Pendleton Heights.
Yeah, Ada Hupfer and I believe Emma Roberts on that play did get in front of the ball. Oh, excuse me. Michaela Morrison were in front of the ball. Number 5, Casey Frost, just kind of threw that one up, praying for a foul, but didn't get it.
Frost over to Kernut, and Kernut won't get the 3 to fall. Emma Roberts now walking it up for the Arabians after the Olivia Jones rebound. Jones has it left wing. Right back to Roberts, now right wing. Fires into Ada Hupfer down low. Hupfer working on Taylor, kicks it back out. Jones for 3, off the mark. Hupfer gets the board, fighting through contact, puts it up with the right hand. Won't get it to fall, but an offensive rebound yet again. This time it's Olivia Jones, and yet another miss. This time it's Casey Warfel on the jumper. Maya Davis in the corner finds Frost. Right back to Davis. Davis for 3. Off the front iron, rebounded Casey Warfel. Warfel, pump fake, spins around and gets it to go. A nice move by Warfel, making the Lady Eagle defender their jump.
Yeah, pump fake, spun around, got to that fadeaway and just sunk it in. Nothing but net. Now up to 32 points for Casey Warfel.
Marshall has it, top of the key, guarded by Warfel. Now off to Kernut. Kernut tries to find Taylor, but a foul called.
Yeah, that's the 5th on Emma Roberts tonight.
Yeah. She's going to head her way to the bench. Maybe that's, yeah, no, scratch that. So she'll stay out there.
Yeah, it seems like they'll keep her in there for now. Oh, scratch that. Skylar Baldwin is checking in, I would assume, for Emma Roberts. Yeah. Not too happy with herself there.
No, she's playing a pretty good game. 7 points. 5 of those from the first half.
And you foul out at 5 fouls, right?
Yeah. I was a bit confused there. She was staying in for a second. I thought maybe the scoreboard was wrong, but sure enough, she'll head her way to the bench.
I mean, good game for Emma Roberts. Ended her night with 5 points. Definitely contributed on the defensive end, but when you get into foul trouble, it's very hard to get out rather than get into it. So
Kernut at the line will nail her first free throw. She'll miss the second, but an offensive rebound there by Taylor. The ball stolen right quickly away. Casey Warfel with the steal, and Olivia Jones on the other end will lay it up with the right hand and get it to fall.
Yeah, Casey Warfel just running right up the left side of the court. Saw her teammate on the right side. She was open. Passed to her for the assist and the layup. Plus 2 points for the Arabians here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, now the Arabians with a 13-point lead as we got yet another foul here. This one will be against Ada Hupfer against Maya Davis. Davis will go to the line for 2. The Arabians got a 13-point lead, 5 minutes to play. Game definitely far from over. Just got to watch the fouls. I think at this point you want to keep that clock running and at the same time maintain your lead. Davis will get the first one to fall. Second one, no good. Rebounded Warfel. Casey drives. Up, no good. Rebounded Olivia Jones. Now to Ada Hupfer, top of the key. She'll give it off to Baldwin. Baldwin. Now to Olivia Jones. Jones spins, puts it up, off the mark. Michaela Morrison with the rebound and the foul on the floor. Nice second effort from the junior Michaela Morrison, getting that crucial offensive rebound, and that foul there will send Casey Warfel to the baseline to inbound this for the Lady Arabians.
Yeah, it looks like Michaela Morrison got fouled right before the shot. Their number 5, Casey Frost, trying to knock the ball out.
Ada Hupfer on the drive, won't get it to fall, gets her own miss, puts it up, but she was fouled on her way up to the basket. She'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, now she shoots 92.3% from the free throw line, like you mentioned earlier. We can expect these 2 to go in, but never want to get too comfortable with those percentages.
49-37. First one is up and good for Hupfer. Puts her up to 5 points on the night. Going to push up the Arabians' lead to 50-37. 4 minutes, 37 left to play in the fourth. Second one is up and good as well for the freshman. Now up to 6 points. Maya Davis crossing the timeline for the Lady Eagles. A 3 ball by Marshall, no good. Rebounded, Ada Hupfer. Warfel drives. Can't get it to fall. Good defense by Davis. And Davis with the rebound as well. Davis tries a layup of her own. No good, but looks like a charge call. Here, a nice job by Skylar Baldwin, putting her body on the line and taking the charge and getting the call. So Arabians will get the ball right back, and that's crucial there as
the
little momentum Heritage Christian had is pretty much taken away. I think if you're the Arabians here, you want to slow it down. No need to hurry it up, especially with the lead here. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Ada Hupfer, bounce pass to Morrison, top of the key. Now to Olivia Jones. Skylar Baldwin, top of the key, 3 ball off the mark. Offensive rebound by Ada Hupfer. Spins around and hits the layup to fall. Hupfer showing off her size and getting the 2.
Yeah, she spun into contact there, but just put it back up like nobody was there. Easy 2 there for the 6'3", Ada Kupfer.
Kernut from the corner. No good. Rebounded, Ada Hupfer. Now to Skylar Baldwin. Baldwin crossing the timeline for the Arabians. Morrison into Warfel. And Warfel will get fouled on the shot. No good, but she'll go to the line for 2 shots. That'll be Trinity Taylor with the foul call. That's her 4th. She's been playing very physical, a bit too physical there. Now with 4 fouls, she's going to have to watch herself. And I think, despite the physical play, when you're playing a 6'3" player, I think, that's your best bet is to be physical. And she's done a pretty good job containing her. Ada Hupfer only having 8 points, many of those coming from the free throw line.
Yeah, but Ada Hupfer, she's definitely doing what she's asked to do. I mean, she is a freshman playing at the varsity level, and she's definitely, getting those crucial rebounds offensively and defensively. So I think Ada Hupfer has had a good overall game here tonight.
Bree Perry will be subbed in here for Michaela Morrison. Casey Warfel going to get both free throws to fall. Heritage Christian on the other end. Frost over to Kernut. Kernut bounce pass to Marshall. Marshall with a Euro step. No good. But Bree Perry trying to pull in the rebound will fall out of bounds. Last touch. Arabians, Heritage Christian will keep it down here to our left.
Yeah, trying to secure that rebound there. Put her body on the line, but unfortunately just knocked the ball out of bounds with her. Heritage Christian, Lady Eagles ball.
Frost in the corner. Drives, bounce pass to Taylor, and Taylor can't get the layup to fall. Warfel now driving, and looks like the shot will be called off there. Foul on the floor, maybe? Looks like there will be free throws shot here. Thought the ref was saying it was on the ground, but Casey Warfel will head to the free throw line for 2. Warfel, first one, up, no good. Checking back in here, checking in for the first time for the Arabians. It's Mamie Trout. She's checking in for Olivia Jones. Now 55-37, this game pretty much locked away. 2 minutes, 49 left to play. Arabians now with a 19-point lead. Davis. Over to Frost. Frost down low. Tries to put it up. It's got a push here by Ada Hupfer. And Frost will go to the line for 2 shots. There was contact, but Ada Hupfer not liking the call.
Yeah, I mean, Casey Warfel on the help defensive side, she did, kind of poke that ball, try to get number 5, Casey Frost, to put it inside. Which she did. She's at the line for 2 free throws, but yeah, tough call there.
First one for Frost is good. Puts her up to 2 points on the night. Isabella Papanisu coming in for Trinity Taylor. Second one is no good for Frost. It'll go out of bounds. I say it's last touched by Ada Hupfer, so the ball will stay right down here with the Lady Eagles. Frost gets it off of the inbound. Pulls up 10 feet and nails the jumper. Yeah. Nothing but the net. Frost with her first field goal of the evening.
Yeah, right over those long arms and that long reach of Ada Hupfer there too.
Baldwin. Guarded closely by Ritz. Now to Warfel. Warfel dumps it off to Hupfer, and Hupfer can't get the layup to fall. Rebounded Heritage Christian. 2 minutes to play, 56-40 our score. Frost for 3 off the mark. Fight for the board. Ada Hupfer has a hand on it. Ref come in here. Looks like they'll say it's going to be a jump ball here, and it'll go to the Lady Arabians in the white.
Yeah, good hustle there on both sides. The Lady Arabians there just had 2 people on the ball on the floor.
Olivia Jones checking back in for Pendleton Heights. Casey Warfel gets it off the inbound, fires over to Hupfer. Hupfer in the corner. Now to Jones. Jones finds Perry. Trout. Right back to Hupfer, left wing. Hands off to Casey Warfel. Warfel nearly tripped up. Recovers herself, now drives and gets the layup to fall. Nice move by Casey Warfel, spinning out of contact and getting to the basket.
Yeah, the Lady Arabians on that play, trying to get the ball to all hands. Eventually found Casey Warfel. She drove herself inside for the easy 2.
Frost pivots out of contact and gets the layup to fall. Frost showing some spark here late, a bit too late. Now up to 6 points, excuse me. And a charge call on the other end. Frost putting up quite the highlight reel in this final 3 minutes.
Yeah.
58-42 our score now. Heritage Christian going to get the ball right back here. For the Arabians, you can't let your foot, can't get your foot off of the gas just yet. I mean, sure, you got a 16-point lead with a minute left, and I'd say the chances of Heritage Christian coming back is pretty much 0.001. You still gotta keep it going. Frost, top of the key. Davis, the 3 balls off the mark, rebounded Mamie Trout. Now under a minute to play, Casey Warfel drives in, puts it up, and gets it to fall. Warfel,
yeah, having a night.
Continues her domination here against the Lady Eagles with yet another set of points in the paint. Davis, underhand, can't get it to fall. Rebounded. Mamie Trout once again. 15 seconds to play here. Arabians could just wind out the clock if they would like, but Mamie Trout will put up a shot. No good. Ada Hupfer on the offensive rebound, and Hupfer follows through with the basket. Last second shot by Maya Davis is off the mark and no good. And that'll do it. Final score, Pendleton Heights 62, Heritage Christian 42. Pendleton Heights rallies in the fourth quarter and takes down the Heritage Christian Lady Eagles in dominating fashion. Lady Arabians advance to 3-1 on the season. This will be the first home win of the year. And then for the Heritage Christian Lady Eagles, starting on a bad note, 0-1, as this is the first game of the season. But with that being said, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Aiden and I will recap the game, take a look at the stats as well as the performances from both the Eagles and the Arabians. That'll be up next on the